slightly different league, both for pace and accuracy. This is a superb Yorker, right up in the block hole, defeating Malander really for pace. The perfect delivery to the tail ender who's looking to get after the bowling. It again, right up, almost pitching up on the crease there. Malander having no chance getting down on it.
Well, that's his best performance in the Sunday League. He's now got 5 wickets, beating his 4 for 28 against Derbyshire Derby in 1987.
Jarvis absolutely superb at the moment. Very quick and very straight, and that's certainly good enough for the number 10 Jones. Pitches about middle, just moves away and clips the top of the off stump. This is exactly what Carrick needed from his opening quick bowler.
No wonder they're all standing around giving him a pat and a smile, because this has been a super piece of fast bowling, and it's been genuinely quick. And he's been something that the England bowlers up at Headingley might well consider. He's bowled straight and he's kept it up to the bat. Anyway, here comes Paul Jarvis with the chance to pick up his 6th wicket of the innings. 20 wanted. Oh. Well, he can't run for that. He didn't play a shot at it, surely. No, indeed, Mervyn Kitchener is sending him back. I just wonder, David, if... That's it! Jarvis has not only won the match for Yorkshire, but produced the best figures in the Sunday League this season. Jarvis has picked up 6 wickets, beating Alan Eggleston's 5 for 13 for Kent against Sussex at home, and 6 for 27 is the best of the season. And David, hasn't he bowled well?
Perfect exhibition of quick, straight, fast bowling. Very, very good indeed, and certainly deserves those figures.
So Yorkshire walk off, having produced a fairly improbable victory, really, when you consider the way in which they began here at Taunton. Yorkshire won the toss. Phil Carrick did something fairly rare on Sundays. He decided to bat first. And Yorkshire, who played 5-1-2 before today's match, got off to the most dreadful of starts, losing Moxon in the first over and Metcalf in the over 2 after that. But then a good stand between Blakey and Bairstow actually started to pull things together a bit for Yorkshire. And from that point on, the innings belonged to Blakey, who played superbly. Very, very fine cutter. Anything that was slightly outside the off stump, or indeed on the off stump, was whapped away just behind square on the offside. He got good support, actually, from Bias, who looked a promising all-rounder. Hartley didn't do much, but then he doesn't play much first-class cricket these days. And then in came Phil Carrick, initially to give Blakey lots of support and then to take over himself. And Yorkshire's total of 184 for 9 from their 40 overs, I think probably was a far better performance than they could have hoped for after 10 overs. Adrian Jones, certainly the most impressive of the Somerset bowlers. Indeed, bowling from the pavilion end, where Jarvis later was to do all the damage, Jones bowled with hostility, pace, bounce, and in fact it was certainly the end for any quick bowler to bowl from. Malander was very steady. His 2 for 28 was bowled mainly from the other end. Darren Foster looked quite a useful performer, and Graham Rose picked up 2 wickets in the middle of the innings. Well, when Somerset set off, they needed 185 to win in 40 overs, and it was our first look on television at Jimmy Cook, the leading run scorer in the country at the moment. He's got over 800 first-class runs, and he looked a very impressive player until he was beaten by a superb ball from Carrick, which bounced and turned, was aided and abetted by an equally useful piece of stumping from Bairstow, because it wasn't an easy ball to take, sort of shoulder high when it went past him, and he whipped the bails off before Cook could get back. Richard Harden was instrumental in a useful start to rebuild the innings after the quick dismissal of Peter Roebuck. Chris Tavray was out to a splendid diving catch at cover from Robinson. And then in came Jarvis. And aside from Rose and Bartlett, Jarvis just did what every quick bowler should do. He just ripped out the tail as if they weren't there. 165 all out in 38.4 overs, so they fell 19 runs short. And an indication of just how good Jarvis's performance was. 7.4 overs, 6 for 26. That's fine bowling in any cricket. And a useful support role there from Arnie Sidebottom, although he didn't get a wicket. He bowled tight when it mattered at the end of the innings, and a wicket each for Pickles, Bias and Carrick, who showed that spin bowlers are still worth their place if they bowl a length and line on Sundays. So there we are, here at Taunton. Yorkshire have won their 3rd Sunday League match of the season. They now have 12 points. Somerset played 6 now, won 1, lost 4. And Yorkshire have beaten Somerset here at Taunton by 19 runs.